Say Day 3 didn't scream for attention. It didn't flex giant robots. It didn't show off billion-dollar machines. Instead, it quietly showed us something more dangerous. Technology that doesn't look like tech anymore, but might end up inside your mouth, your furniture, your sleep, and your daily routine. This was the day Say stopped showing the future, and started hiding it inside everyday life. Compared to the first 2 days, Day 3 had a very different energy. The humanoid robots, industrial AI, and heavy autonomy had already made their statement earlier in the week. Day 3 leaned into experimentation, subtle, strange, sometimes playful, but also realistic enough to actually ship. This was the day where AI, sensors, batteries, and weird form factors quietly slipped into objects you wouldn't expect. One of the weirdest products to get real attention was something called Lollipop Star. Yes, a music-playing lollipop. It sounds like a joke, but the tech behind it is real. It uses bone conduction, meaning sound vibrations travel through your teeth and jaw instead of your ears. As you bite down, vibrations move through your skull, and your inner ear perceives it as sound. Each flavor is paired with licensed music tracks. It's cheap. It's playful. It's very Say. But it also shows how sensory tech keeps finding new surfaces, literally. Health tech had a strong showing, and one of the most talked about devices was the Y-brush. At first glance, it's just a fast toothbrush. You bite down, and it cleans all your teeth in about 20 seconds. But the real story is breath analysis. Sensors near the nasal cavity analyze compounds in your breath that correlate with gum health, metabolic signals, and other patterns. This isn't diagnosis, it's trend detection. Breath analysis has existed in labs for years. Seeing it embedded into a consumer toothbrush shows how small and affordable sensors have become. Mental health showed up in a very Say way with Thodian by Touchpoint solution. Small clip-on devices worn on opposite sides of the body vibrate in alternating patterns when stress is detected. When paired with an Apple Watch or Fitbit, the system can activate automatically if your heart rate spikes. The vibration pattern is based on bilateral alternating stimulation, a technique used in therapy to calm the nervous system. It's clinical science crossing into consumer hardware, even if the price still feels premium. Wearable biometrics continued with Ringcon's third-generation smart ring. This one stood out because it measures blood pressure during sleep, something rarely done in ring form factors. It requires initial calibration with a traditional cuff, but nighttime blood pressure trends can actually be more predictive than daytime readings. That kind of monitoring inside a ring shows how far optical sensors and signal processing have come. Dexcom also leaned into AI-driven glucose insights, not new hardware, but smarter software that highlights patterns instead of raw graphs. Day 3 also focused heavily on productivity. One standout was Magic Screen, a snap-on touchscreen layer for MacBooks. It magnetically attaches, connects via USB-C, and instantly adds touch and stylus support, without deep OS changes. Latency looked extremely low, almost iPad level. Mobility products ranged from heavy-duty electric hauling carts to commuter e-bikes with built-in tracking and remote locking. There was even a smart mobility chair with autonomous navigation and follow mode, blending wheelchair, scooter, and self-driving tech. And yes, rideable luggage made another appearance. Because of course it did. By the end of Day 3, Say felt less like a spectacle, and more like a lab. Toys had sensors. Furniture had AI. Health devices lived inside toothbrushes and rings. Work tools quietly removed friction instead of demanding attention. But a lot of it feels like tech that could realistically show up in people's lives within the next year. That's the real takeaway from Say 2026 Day 3. If you made it this far, let me know which product surprised you the most. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.